The death toll from the virus rises.
With pneumonia-like symptoms.
Human-to-human transmission.
Very serious public health threat.
The number of known infections has risen sharply.
4,500 cases.
1,000 people have died in the past 24 hours. There are more than 1.7 million cases of COVID-19 around the world.
Alright guys, hey, it's Mike from Downtime, and I've got some updates for you, again, to help you explore. This is what this is about. We're here to explore. We're not trying to impose anything on you. We just want some other news traveling out there instead of what you're getting in your mainstream news media. Alright, let's start off with my man Brian Rose over at London Real. LinkedIn has put him back up. He's back on LinkedIn. But the video with David Icke, #2, is still down on YouTube and all those other platforms, but you can watch it on londonreal.tv, which leads me to my next topic, which I'm going to have Brian Rose himself explain.
All right, this is an exciting day. I've got a big announcement because no longer will our content be banned on the major social media platforms, the Silicon Valley behemoths, and their community policies. That is their version of freedom of speech and freedom of the press. And I'm tired of kowtowing to these trillion-dollar companies on the west coast of California that are telling me what I can and cannot say. And in order to fight back and make sure that I will always have editorial control of what we publish here at London Real, it looks like I gotta throw out the old platforms and I gotta say goodbye to the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the LinkedIns and the Instagram of the world, or good riddance, however you want to say it. And we have decided to create the very first digital freedom platform. And that is what we are creating as we speak. And the very first episode broadcast on the digital freedom platform will be Rose Icke 3 on May 3rd. This will be streamed to 1 million people simultaneously in the world. And then afterwards, you'll be able to retrieve that streaming to consume however you want. And also, so you can interact with that as a community however you want and not be labeled by some of the big groups. I don't know if you saw this recently, but Facebook is now labeling anyone who commented on, one of the banned videos, and they're now feeding you a different feed of scientific information to counter those thoughts. So basically, you've been blacklisted, and now you only get a different news feed if you commented on, say, one of those London Real clips. Isn't that crazy? So even the community itself is being tainted right now. Well, that doesn't happen on the digital freedom platform because it is owned not just by us, but it's owned by you. Because this platform is of the people, by the people, for the people. And so we are creating a separate entity with its own separate funding. We're going to crowdfund this, and we've priced out what it's going to take for 1 million people simultaneously watching this stream. And we're going to crowdfund that and stick it into the digital freedom platform. And then if we have subsequent broadcasts that we know are going to be banned on the major platforms, then we're going to run it through the digital freedom platform. So I'm super excited by this. We are announcing some links, but you can go to londonreal.tv/live to sign up for the Rose Icke, and there you can find information about the platform and how you can be a part of it. Again, this is about us building something that we can use for the future, and it's about something that I want to separate from London Real and have it as this separately funded platform where we can decide when something controversial needs to go out, and we've got to alter it and defer it over to that platform. Obviously, Icke qualifies. So I'm very excited. I'm super curious what you think about it, but they will never ban us again. And we are taking back the power ourselves. And this is something my technology guys are working on in the background. And again, we'll have links as well. Please get involved. Please help us. The more people that do this, the better, because I need 1 million people watching this so we can watch it, get it in our heads, and hopefully screen capture it to where it just can never be taken away from us. And that is the plan. And again, I might not agree with everything you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. And I will not be censored. Ofcom here, the regulator in the Britain, came out yesterday and said that the reason they sanctioned Eamon Holmes, the reason they sanctioned London Live for broadcasting our episode of David Icke, by the way, the episode that was allowed on YouTube. So now they're demonizing the man. They're not even demonizing the message. which has nothing to do with any guidelines. This is some straight up totalitarian stuff. The reason they did it is because of the safety, protecting your safety, because you're this little being that needs to be coddled, and it's unsafe to give you these messages that are dangerous for you. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You need sovereignty over your own body. That's information. That's anything you want to put in your body. That's your human right. We've got to fight back here. This is getting ridiculous, people. And I plan to do it on May 3rd, 2020 with Icke, again, broadcast live, 1 million people, digital freedom platform. All right, go to LondonReal.tv/live. Support me. Help us raise money for this incredible bandwidth opportunity. It's going to be a great day. We're going to fight back. We're going to show them that we do not have to submit to their community guidelines and terms of condition and intimidation through deplatforming. We're going to fight for the future. All right? Be a part of it. London Real Army. Join the resistance. Join London Real. Let's fucking do this.
All right, guys. Yeah, so make sure you tune in that day. Why not? Explore. Check it out. Go in with an open mind. Who knows what you're going to learn? Who knows what's going to happen? But we can make history, and we can make it the largest viewed live stream if we all tune in. I think it's worth it. I think it's cool. What else are you doing? Nothing. If you want more information on that, go to LondonReal.tv. Now, you can go to LondonReal.tv or at LondonRealTV, their Instagram. And now next, Rob Kiyosaki last week was on Valuetainment. Let's have a listen in.
Robert, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, it's fantastic. I'm worried about the world, but I'm doing good.
So I got to tell you, you're the first person that's going to know this. You know who I just had on Valuetainment for the last 2.5 hours?
Who?
David Icke.
Are you in trouble yet?
Not yet. I spoke to the attorneys, and my approach I took with the interview is a very, very different kind of an interview. And it was a very different kind of an interview, but we'll see what's going to happen. It was heated. From the beginning to the end, it was heated. So we'll see how this interview does, whether the powers of YouTube are going to let this thing stay up or not.
I was wondering about that, because like you and I both went to war, and I didn't fight for this. This is communism. How in the world can they take away the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech and the right to assemble? That's all the First Amendment. And so they have social distancing, and they take down London Real and Brian, what's his name, Alex Jones. And I'm not for or against them, but it's the principle of the thing, and we're losing our constitutional rights. That's what and then I get attacked. I get attacked for talking anything about that. What's happened to our constitutional rights? And I get called, a tin hat or a tinfoil hat or whatever it is. And, it's a frightening time right now. It's frightening. Patrick, let me just say it this way. You and I got to become peacetime leaders. Your job is too important. There's too many people that look to you for leadership right now. You get taken out, and they will take you out. They've lost a leader. Just remember that all the people that look up to you for guidance and moral support and vision and all that, that's your job. So I'm just giving you back what you gave to me. You better become a peacetime leader pretty quick, because you go into war on this one, there's people much bigger than us will kill us. So that's what I'll tell you what I know, and I'll stay in my lane as I've been threatened constantly. So this is it here. This is how I see the ALCO. Make sure this, I can see this.
We can see it.
This is called the Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay? And what you see here is 1929. That crash was nothing.
All right, that's a little strange for me to hear. Someone like that, a man of that stature, Rob Kiyosaki, former Marine, multi-millionaire entrepreneur, being, from what it looks like to me, a little frightened for his life. From who? I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide. Now let's end on a good note, guys, with my man Jeff Berwick, the dollar vigilant, and he's going to take it away.
And like I said, they have to roll everything back now. Too many people are waking up. There's too many protests. James Corbett actually put out a Great video showing a lot of the protests worldwide. Maybe I'll play a few seconds of that here.
Yes, there are many protests taking place even as I speak all around the globe.
On the north side of the State House, by the entrance to the stateroom, the chants of protesters could be heard loud and clear.
Open Ohio now!
Watching on TV, the protesters' message wasn't clear, but you may have been able to hear something going on. One of those voices outside the State House belongs to Jennifer Franz.
We feel like the virus is less of a danger to us than our rights being stripped from us.
I don't think anybody's going to agree to a vaccine or a test in this crowd.
A lot of frustration out here on the streets. They wanted gridlock, and they are getting it. Cars as far as the eye can see. We're seeing a lot of signs out here as well that say, impeach Dimwit, meaning Governor Whitmer, the guy with the cardboard sign. Usually I'm at work. Right now, a lot of people who are out of work are up here.
Our community is struggling. My husband is on unemployment for the first time in our life. And it's unwillingly that we're taking unemployment. We want to go back to work. We have employees. We have paychecks to issue. We have bills to pay. The only stores open are Walmart? That's ridiculous. That's why we're here.
20,000 Pakistanis are stuck in the UAE. They have reportedly registered with the Pakistani consulate on the 3rd of April to be able to return to Pakistan, but have so far received no response. And that is why they chose to take to the streets today, flouting the social distancing guidelines.
The big story that we're tracking for you this evening, those are images that we're getting to you from the Bandra station in Mumbai, where protesters have gathered. These are migrant labor, we're given to understand, who gathered to protest against the extension of the lockdowns.
Wer Freiheit liebt für Sicherheit, verliert am Ende alles zwei. Wer Freiheit gibt für Sicherheit, verliert am Ende alles zwei. Wer Freiheit gibt für Sicherheit, verliert am Ende alles zwei. Wer Freiheit gibt für Sicherheit, verliert am Ende alles zwei. Wer Freiheit gibt für Sicherheit, verliert am Ende alles zwei.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. You know, again, this is just to help you guys explore. I hope we've done that. Links are in the bio. Like, subscribe, share this with people, and be safe. Stay positive and continue to explore.
I'm a young fly nigga from the West End. I done came out the struggle with a blessing. Had your shorty dripping puddles when I stepped in.